Binder. Binder is, in painting at least, and in some like pastels and the other kinds of drawing materials, but typically you hear this in painting realms, where the basic idea of binder is basically it's just the material that the paint is made out of other than the pigment itself. It's usually how a paint is named. Say oil paint, right? Oil is the binder. It's the substrate, if you will. It's the material that holds all the pigment into it. We'll talk about pigment another time. Holds this pigment together and gives it a suspended way of keeping it viable until you spread it and let it dehydrate or dry or whatever your type of paint or drawing material is. For pastels, like I mentioned, it's usually the kind of material that helps that the pigment that's crammed together and compressed so hard hold together, and then also in some cases, depending on the type of material, the binder is what helps it stick to the surface. Now, chalk pastel, for instance, doesn't really stick to the surface very much. It's mostly just holding on in the crevices. But we'll talk about pastel later on. So, binder in painting is usually the stuff that paint is made out of. Tempera is egg yolk very frequently, as weird as that might sound. But yeah, binder is more or less the stuff it's made out of. The glue that holds it together makes it viscous in paint or otherwise in different ways.